For us, this is an evolution. It's another chapter in a long book for a company that's trying to build a safer America.
Tonight, Flock Safety making immediate changes, including a shorter data retention period for the company's controversial license plate cameras in an effort to address accountability and transparency. It comes amid growing pushback from communities and law enforcement agencies across Minnesota. We know of at least 4 cities and 2 counties that are scrapping their contracts with Flock altogether. And that list is seemingly growing by the day. But some, including cybersecurity experts, still are not convinced that these changes are enough. Our Ian Russell here to break it all down for us. Ian?
Yeah, Renee, these changes include shortening the default data retention period from 30 days to 7 and adding in several other guardrails meant to limit who can access that data and to flag suspicious activity from those who may be misusing the system. And we also heard directly from the CEO of Flock Safety, Garrett Langley, though to be clear, the company sent us a pre-recorded answers to questions I did not get to ask. And these changes all happening as cities around the state pause or cancel their contracts with Flock entirely.
Next to light poles and roadways, Flock cameras line streets across Minnesota. But in Sherburne County, changes are on the way. The sheriff's office there announcing Thursday it's ended its contract with Flock Safety, saying the cameras are useful, but public trust can't be eroded.
At this point, public comment.
In North Branch Wednesday night, the city council voted unanimously to pause its contract with Flock as well.
Indefinite pause because I think there's some questions that we have to get answered first.
They join a growing list of Minnesota counties and cities deciding to pause or end their contracts, sometimes over budget or staffing constraints, other times over data privacy concerns.
And so for us, this is an evolution. It's another chapter in a long book for a company that's trying to build a safer America.
All of this happening as Flock Safety announced Thursday morning that it's changing several parts of their program, including lowering the default amount of time video is stored, adding in guardrails around what data can be searched by other agencies, and requiring all law enforcement customers to adopt a system that flags abnormal activity for review.
I think as we continue to evolve as a business, as we continue to grow in our response, we want to continue to push privacy forward too.
I give Flock some credit for reducing its default retention period from 30 days to 7 days. That's a meaningful improvement. But 7 days of tracking everybody without a warrant is still 7 days of tracking everybody without a warrant.
Cybersecurity expert Bryce Austin says he agrees that Flock can help catch criminals, but says doubts about the technology still remain even after these changes.
We don't let police search every house in town because occasionally they would find something illegal. Technology shouldn't cause us to abandon the principle of individualized suspicion.
Now, Flock changed, again, their default data retention period to 7 days, but Minnesota law allows that period to be much longer. Data that's not related to an active criminal investigation must be destroyed after 60 days in Minnesota. Now, departments we've spoken to in the past have kept that data for 30 days. Rena.
Did they have anything to say, Flock, that is, about all these counties and communities and pulling back on those contracts?
Yeah, we talked about this on Tuesday when Isanti County Sheriff's Office and West St. Paul announced that they were going to be rolling back their contracts with Flock. When I reached out to Flock, basically they were telling me, they get it. Cities and counties are more than welcome to choose their own decisions here, but they do say that when they make those decisions to roll back those contracts, they say that public safety moves backward. So certainly still advocating for their own technology there.